Oh yeah, what an ending! What an ending! I'm on the chair of my seat of my bike. I don't even know what I'm talking about. That's how good of an ending it was! What an ending! I like them slow jams, baby. Okay, we'll talk real quick though. I'll have it in the background, so... No, I don't think I can play this song. No, I can't play this song. I think it's probably going to be copyrighted. Yeah, it's most likely going to be copyrighted. Yeah, that's the only thing about YouTube. They get a real anal when it comes to copyright, because they ain't trying to get sued. So they just shut down your vehicle. I mean, your video vehicle, your vessel, whatever you want to call it. Your mode of transportation of a communication. The video, your audio, your visual, your vessel of some quote, whatever it is. Oh, that's a cop. Thank you! Yeah, I saw the license plate. It said CA exempt. That's a popo. You always got to be extra nice to them while they're on duty. So their duty isn't to make you duty on yourself after they give you a nice bill, a nice note, or a debt to pay off. Anyway, on main topic here, Sprocket gearing. Now, I've released videos saying that my new Sprocket gearing is 15 teeth in the front. I went up one, and down 3 in the back, which is 37 teeth in the back. Now, the reason why, and the only reason why I do this is because, see what I'm riding on right now? I am moto vlogging on the freeway. This happens to be the 10 freeway, heading east. I'm passing Laid Law's Harley Davidson dealership coming up. So, realistically, I'm damn near always on the freeway, and I won't tell the dealership this, but I will tell YouTubers this. I'm pretty much on the freeway about 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time, I look for stuff to go off-road on, you know what I'm saying? Urban off-roading, mountain off-roading, sand, beaches, anything, grass, shoot, even my yard. You know, I've done anything. I park on the curb if I need to. You know, that's the whole point of this. And with the Sprocket that I chose, the whole point of the Sprocket combination was specifically, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? It's a CBR, nicely painted. I'm doing freeway. Oh, look at this big old mirror. Look at that mirror right there. Man, that could knock your head off. See, that's a minor mirror. All these are regular passenger mirrors, but that was like a commercial mirror. Look at, even this side mirror ain't even that bad. But get back in the Sprocket conversation. A lot of freeway usage out of this. You want to lower that RPM because your engine is singing. And I'm talking about real singing, not la-di-la. I'm talking about opera singing. When it's on the freeway, doing anything over 65 miles an hour. So now, basically what I did is, my 65 mile per hour RPM stock figure, okay, the stock number is roughly around 6.5. I'm gonna say 6.5. I don't have a tack, but I can hear, and I'm gonna say around 6.5 to 7. You know what I'm saying? At least on my CBR, which had the exact same drivetrain as a 2012 CBR 250R. It has the exact same. Nothing is different on the drivetrain. Engine, transmission, sprocket are the same. Okay, so realistically, when I had stock, which I did, I had a stock and then I upgraded the sprockets. At 65 miles an hour, I was almost at 7 grand. Yeah, I was like 6,900. So I figured the same gearing should be in there, right? Transmission same, 1 through 6, and that final drive, the driven sprocket should be the same tooth, which is a 14 tooth, which it was. So I'm figuring this RPM at 65 miles an hour, this stock CRF250L at 65 is most likely doing over 6,500 RPMs. Okay, but see, you don't understand. 65 miles per hour for me is hella slow. You know what I'm saying? Time is money in my world, so I'm trying to get there as fast as possible and be safe. Of course, safety is number one. But being fast is real. It's like safety number 1.1, 1.2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be fast in my business. That's how you make the most amount of money as a courier, as a motorcycle messenger boy, messenger girl. We have girls, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, so with doing that whole sprocket change, Right now, I'm currently at 1537 in the back. So 1537. That's what we're gonna call it. That's the code we're doing it. Oh, you don't know better. You're from New York. You're from New York. You don't know better. Have a good day. What I'm really trying to say oh boy, what I'm really trying to say is now my 65 mile per hour RPM, shoot, I'm gonna say, top of my head, the way it sounds, it's not singing no more, a little under 5,500. I'm gonna be honest. Yep, 55. I'm gonna say under 5,500. That's what I think. I can hear it. I know this engine very well. You know, so that's what it's at. And I think the issue is now that I can be doing, but now I can be doing a little over 75. I'm sorry. Yeah, a little over 75. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. A little over 75 miles an hour at the same RPM as a stock CRF250L. That's the way. Yep, that's the figure right there. So now, of course, people are going to say, "Well, you're getting worse gas mileage." Indeed. Now, if you know Honda, they use load sensors on these engines. Okay. So a load sensor on the engine detects the load, and with the load, as in, I think manifold absolute pressure. I think that's the load sensor they use. I don't know. At least when I studied automobiles, that's what it was. So the manifold absolute pressure sensor is sensing, oh man, you're at a lower RPM, but you need more power, you need more fuel. It's a KLR 650. So with this demand for more fuel because you're at a lower RPM, you have to open the throttle more. It's a more load. So you're gonna waste more fuel with my setup. But there's a remedy. There's always a remedy. There's ways to increase horsepower and to lower fuel mileage, but that is totally different subject. So we're going to stick to gearing right now. Sprocket size. If you want to do wheelies, if you want a really throttle responsive, if you want really just torquey setup when it comes to sprocket, your driven has to be at a 13 or a 12. Okay, a 12 is going to rip. Like, you could have a 1237 and oh my god, you'd be ripping. Like, you probably do wheelies in first power wheelies, which is interesting in this bike because there's really no power. But I mean, if you for sure want a power wheelie with like stock wise, you need a 13 in the front for sure. 12, oh my god, the 12 will definitely do it. For the rear, I've heard a lot of people say 40. I mean 42. 40 stock. So I've heard a lot of people say 42 to 45. Everyone, these numbers are just what I've heard off YouTube and what people do, and you know I see. But of course, they've had power commanders. They have either the what do you call that? That Dobek system, the EJK, or they have the ARF Plus. Either or, those are great systems by Dobek, and I will be buying the ARF. The air fuel ratio gauge plus, that one is exactly what I'm getting. And the reason why I say that is that's the remedy, but that's a separate conversation. I'll talk about when I get it. What I have now is sprockets. My sprockets are really freeway economical, lower the RPM as much as possible in sixth. Okay, that's the whole point of it. And I do this because the engine's singing at 75 with stock gearing. You know, it's around almost 8,000 RPMs, and you don't want that. You know, you really don't want that. That's singing. You know, the engine is singing. I can do that now in fifth, have it around, you know, 7.5, have it almost singing completely, and be at 65, 69, around there. And I get these mile per hour numbers from my satellite phone. I have a satellite app on that, so that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But I don't have an RPM gauge, so I'm just going off audibles. Audible noise. So realistically, end the conversation, sum it up, conclusion. It depends what you want. If you're looking for a lower RPM at 6th gear cruising, what you really need is a higher tooth count in the front and a lower tooth count in the back. If you're looking for something where you can do power wheelies, stock, I would look into at least a 13 in the front. You go down 1 or down 2 in the front, and then you go big in the back. Okay, you go at least 2 up in the back, minimum 2 up. 1342 is a universal thing that I've heard all over the YouTubers and the internet. 1342 is the gear set, I guess. Later, YouTube. Deuces.